of Recreation Parks in the Los Angeles County Probation Department is for 1 year from July 1st, 2008 through July 30th, 2009. Under the terms of the agreement, the LA County Probation Department will provide $548,535 in Juvenile Justice Crime Prevention Act funds for the after-school enrichment and supervision program. It is recommended, CO recommends approval of the proposed agreement and requests council to authorize the Department of Recreation Parks to accept Juvenile Justice and Crime Prevention Act funds from the LA County Probation Department and approve and authorize the President or the Secretary of the Board of Recreation Park Commissioners to execute the proposed MOU with the County Probation Department for the after-school enrichment and supervision program. Please note that the grant funds come from the Schiff Cardenas Act. There is no additional impact on the general fund.
Madam Clerk, can we take item 1 and 2 together?
Yes, we can. Let me read item 2 at the same time. And item 2 is another report from the City Administrative Officer. This is relative to an amendment to the current 2007-08 MOU.
The proposed amendment will increase the current 2007-08 grant funds by $105,000 from $615,000 to $720,000. CO recommends approval and requests council to authorize Rec and Parks to execute the proposed agreement and approve and authorize the Secretary of the Board of the President and Secretary of the Board of Recreation Parks and Commissioners to execute the proposed agreement. There's no additional impact on the general fund.
Thank you. Rec and Parks have a comment?
No. Any questions you guys like
No, are
answered?
you excited about this
Of course.
opportunity, this collaboration? Good.
Definitely.
Ms. Hahn?
Yes, obviously it's very good, but I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Where are these after-school programs going to take place?
Well, Carl Cooper, Recreation and Parks with the Class Parks program. It's run through the Class Parks
Oh, it's supposed
program.
to be all of the class parks.
Well, we actually move it around the city. It moves at different facilities throughout the city.
So what does that mean?
It means we do 4 tracks each quarter, and we will have at least 3 sites in different areas of the city. For instance, our track going that we just finished last week, we had a Sun Valley site, we had a
When will
Silmar-
this be in my district?
Excuse me?
When will it be in my district?
Actually, it was in your district, Track 3, which is actually finished up in April, and we had it at Normandale Rec Center.
Okay, so
Okay.
there were after,
The last year, we had it at 109th Street Park. We actually had the Bradley Milken Center.
okay, but this is new. This is July 1st through June
Yeah,
30th.
I combined 1 and 2 together, so we may be getting a little confused.
It's a little, yeah, I was
Okay,
just giving
I'm on one. I'm on one.
Well, next year's sites, we only go a quarter at a time. We go 1 quarter at a time. And we were at 2 of your sites in the 07-08, so what we'll do
Okay.
is, once we hit January, we will be back in your district, for sure.
Okay, so that was it
Yeah.
for activities for sports officiating, theater arts, film production, crime scene investigation, that already
Camp
took place.
counseling.
Okay. What about, then on item 2, it talks about more money for a possible number of internship opportunities. Is that, can you explain that?
Yeah, what they did is at the end of the grant year, sometimes county probation has money left over, and they asked, could we use additional money to
Right.
add more kids to the program? And that's what we did in the spring session and now the summer session. We're able to add more kids to the program.
And what program would that be?
Actually, it's day camp counseling and sports officiating.
Okay, now what are the internship opportunities?
Basically, what it is, it's an entry-level program where we get youth engaged and involved, and you're talking 14, 15, 16-year-olds,
Right.
into thinking about jobs, youth development. We teach life skills. We teach how to fill out a resume. It's not a hardcore internship program where they're going to go directly into a job. This is, the entry level where the kids
Yeah,
are getting...
internship means something.
Oh, they get to-
different than
what we do is
just
that-
learning out how to fill out an application.
No.
Does this have anything to do with summer jobs?
They do a lot more than that. We actually have disciplines where they learn how to be a day camp counselor. It's a leadership training, so they can work possibly in a day camp setting at a recreation center. They learn through sports officiating a way where they can come back to the rec center and maybe start with the younger kids and learn how to officiate to make money as an official through the film
But
production.
I see item 1, I'm sorry, Mr. Blank, but I see item 1 and item 2 is different. Item 1 talks about kind of teaching them to do that. Item 2 talks about giving them opportunities to intern.
No, it's the
That's-
same program. It's just we're approving the monies for next fiscal year.
So 1 and 2 are the
item
exact
one,
same program.
and item 1, and item 2, actually, they've given us additional money through the end of the fiscal year, so we can
It
serve more
says to
kids.
allocate additional part-time hours to expand the number of internship opportunities.
Exactly.
I feel like you're talking in circles. And item 1 talks about, this will provide job skill training in categories like sports officiating, theater arts, film production, and crime scene investigation.
Exactly.
Do you see the difference between that and internships?
It's the same program. It's the exact same program.
Okay, that probably should not be
I
described.
think the wording may be
It's
wrong, but
written
it's the
wrong.
same program. It's the exact same program.
Okay, then it's written wrong.
Okay.
Because I don't consider that internships.
Okay.
We all know what internships is. Internships are actually on the job. That's what an internship is.
Could we ask that that be corrected before we go to
Yeah.
full council?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We can make
There
a
are no-
note in the
there are
committee
no-
report.
You are not describing internships,
Okay.
which is unfortunate. It would be nice to, I wish this was true, that we were actually expanding the number of internship opportunities.
Well, the kids do get a stipend at the end of the 8-week session as part of their learning and taking part in all 8 weeks of the classes. They do get a $200 stipend.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Yes, they
And-
do.
Okay. In all these programs, every kid in this program gets
Yes,
a
if they finish the
$200
program, they get
stipend?
part of it, they get a $200 stipend for going through 8 weeks of the program.
Okay.
Could I ask for your move approval?
Sure.
Move approval on 1 and 2, please.
Okay.
And we'll clarify that and get it cleaned up.
Yes,
Thank you.
we'll clarify the description of the program in the committee report.
Item number 3, and by the way, Record Parks, you'll clarify that for the committee, for council? Item number 3.
It doesn't say anywhere, does it say anywhere in this report about the $200 stipend? Did you know that? This is news to you? Yeah, this was news to all of us with the
Okay.
$200 stipend.
So you hear that, Record Parks? The report doesn't reflect the $200 stipend. The report written doesn't reflect that, so make sure that's corrected. And when it's corrected,
Right.
we'll put it in the council.
Okay.
Thank you. Next item.
Item number 3 are reports from the Department of Aging and the City Administrative Officer relative to the fiscal year 2008-09 Senior Community Service Employment Program.
Good afternoon, council members. Delilah Pucha, CAO. The Department of Aging is requesting approval of the 2008-09 Senior Community Service Employment Program budget and standard agreement with the State of California Department of Aging. The term of the proposed agreement is 1 year from July 1st, 2008 through June 30th, 2009. The city is required to provide a grant match of approximately $585,000, which is funded through the 2008-09 city budget by the general fund. The department is requesting to transfer approximately $89,000 from salaries general account to the salaries as needed account for clerk typist positions, which would help enroll, train, and assist in placing seniors in unsubsidized employment. CO recommends approval and requests council, subject to approval of the mayor, to approve the SCSEP budget and agreement between the Department of Aging and the state. Authorize the general manager of the Department of Aging to execute the documents for the SCSEP budget and standard agreement, and accept the $2.2 million of SCSEP grant funds from the state of California. There is no additional impact on the general fund.
Great. James, good to see you.
Hi, James Don, Department of Aging. We concur with the CAO's report. I just want to point out one thing that we addressed, and that is there was a 7% reduction in our funding. However, I just want to assure the committee that there's no decrease in our core line services to seniors. We're funded for 241 trainee slots. We have more than enough for 241 trainee slots for the new year.
Good.
Good.
Ms. Hahn, any questions?
No.
Go forth.
Thank you.
Ms. White, will we see you later today, or?
On parking lot 9.
Okay, good. Got it. Thank you very much. Next item.
Item number 4 is a report from the LA for Kids Steering Committee relative to the allocation, reallocation of Proposition 12 and 40 funds for various projects.
Hi.
Lori Hancock with the CAO. This is a request from the LA for Kids Steering Committee to reallocate $9,067,000 between Prop 40 and Prop 20 funds because of their various liquidation dates. It does not remove funding from any projects that do not need the funding. It just protects that funding from being, not being reallocated to the city and going back to the state.
Okay,
Great, okay.
okay. Creative accounting.
So, and the Welcome Park in San Pedro is being taken care of?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
completed.
Very good, very good. I didn't want you to ask, so it looks like you just,
Thank you.
good. And council staffs have been briefed on this, those,
Yes, everyone has.
you know, good. All right, any questions, Ms. Hahn?
No, good.
So ordered.
San Pedro Welcome
Next
Park.
item.
That completes the 4 items on the agenda for this afternoon.
Is there any public comment card? No public comment card? So there's no public comment card. And Ms. Taylor was here, but I don't see her. Is there no one in the alcove back there? Right. Did anyone call to ask to speak? Okay, seeing that there's no one here to speak, Sergeant, it was okay to adjourn the meeting? Yes, it is. Okay, Sergeant of Arms adjourns this meeting, completed. Thank you. And you refer them to the right committees where it goes from here, et cetera. Anything else, Ms. Kim? Good, thank you, everybody.